we're going to talk about what I believe to be the CryptoPunks of this cycle. The year is 2025, and there is a new NFT on the market. Let's get into it. But before we get into the TA, just a quick reminder, this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, and trading or investing in cryptocurrency comes with risks. Always do your own research and consult with a professional if needed. Any use of trading bots or strategies should be tested and fully understood before implementation. Stay smart, stay safe, and trade responsibly. Let's get into the charts. So by now, probably most people have heard of NFTs, and one of the first NFTs to come into existence is CryptoPunks. This is the first NFT on the Ethereum blockchain. This is the first NFT, period. The first 10,000 NFT collection to ever hit the market, and did exceedingly well, getting up to a maximum all-time high of nearly 125 ETH at the floor price for CryptoPunks. I'm going to draw some parallels between what we saw last cycle with NFTs on the Ethereum blockchain, specifically with CryptoPunks, and this other project, NatCats. So the first place that we're going to draw comparisons between CryptoPunks and NatCats is the fact that both of these projects were the very first of their kind. Whereas CryptoPunks were the very first NFT using the ERC-721 protocol on Ethereum, NatCats are the very first UNAT, which stands for Unique Non-Arbitrary Token. The main difference between an NFT and a UNAT is the fact that an NFT is usually a set collection with a set supply, whereas a UNAT does not have a set supply, and new NFTs come into existence using the Bitcoin protocol itself. So currently, the total supply of NatCats is 8,100 cats. This is determined by the amount of blocks that the Bitcoin market has mined. At the time of recording this video, there is 878,154 blocks that have been mined on the Bitcoin blockchain. And as a result of those 800,000 plus blocks, we have brought into existence 8.1 thousand cats. So yes, the supply schedule is in theory infinite. It's still a very restricted supply. That's the key difference between an NFT and a UNAT. The next key difference that I want to dive in on is how these NFTs were created. So both CryptoPunks and NatCats were what are referred to as a fair mint, meaning that the creators did not have an isolated supply that was reserved for themselves. The creators minted these NFTs and the community minted the NFTs. Those same properties exist for NatCats. Both of them were fair mints. Both of them were the first use case of a brand new protocol, and both of them came out of nowhere with a creator that was just playing with a new protocol and came up with a product that the community really embraced and took on as their own. So if you aren't already following NatCats on Twitter, go to @DMTNatCats on Twitter and give them a follow, because we're drawing a lot of parallels. The only difference being is this one is a relatively undiscovered protocol, or not protocol. This is an undiscovered project on a new protocol, and everybody knows what a CryptoPunk is, and it's been copied and pasted and multiplied many times over. So definitely go check out NatCats. The next way that I want to compare this is it's hard to really explain if you weren't around during the minting of CryptoPunks like I was, and paying attention to kind of the sentiment and the excitement of the community. The sentiment and excitement and just the way that people are talking in the NatCats Discord and the NatCat community as a whole, they know that they have something special, but they don't really realize that it has the potential to reach the targets that I think are definitely within the realm of possibility for NatCats, should the same sort of excitement, I guess, towards these types of NFTs would happen that we saw in the previous cycle with CryptoPunks. I hope that sentence makes sense. Basically, the holders are just happy to have these NFTs. They're very proud of their NFTs. Most of the community, if not all of the community, has their avatar set to these, very similar to what we saw with the owners of CryptoPunks. And there is a pedigree associated with these NFTs. And, you know, if you're searching around on Twitter and you see people with these NatCat NFTs, the chances are that they know what they're talking about. They've been in the space for a while. They understand ordinals. They understand digital matter theory, and they know that they're holding on to something special. And a lot of the characteristics of what I saw from the community of CryptoPunks is again being replicated this cycle with the NatCat community. All right, so that's all well and good. What does it mean from an investment point of view? Where do I see NatCats going to in terms of market cap and in terms of price appreciation for the underlying asset? Now, before we get into it, I just want to invite you all to come into the free Discord. We have a free community where we're talking a lot about ordinals. We talk about NatCats. We're posting setups. We actually were one of the first people to mint these things. So if you've been in the group for a while, congratulations to you because you minted a lot of these NatCats. But we share a lot of alpha. We have a free Bitcoin trading bot. We offer a lot of value, and it comes at no cost to you. We will never ask you for any money. If you come into the Discord and somebody's asking you for money, it's a scam. But I want to invite you in. The easiest way for you to get into the Discord is to go to blackbox.pro. That is BLKBOX.pro. Sign up for a free Bitcoin trading bot account. When you sign up for a free account, all we need is an email and a password, and you'll be brought into our dashboard where, if you so choose, you can start one of our Bitcoin trading bots. But to get into the Discord, all you got to do is scroll down here and go to the Join Discord tab. That will automatically verify you into the Discord so that you don't need to go through the verification process if you come in by any other means. But yeah, so skip the verification process, sign up for an account, and get direct access into the Discord. And we hope to see you in there. All right, so let's get into kind of price objectives and let's talk targets. So I am not going to say that we are going to get to the same market cap as CryptoPunks. It's not outside of the realm of possibility. And in the right market conditions, we can absolutely see a lot of excitement towards this project that could bring us close to what we saw in the prior cycle with ETH with CryptoPunks. So the all-time high for CryptoPunks was 125 ETH. And at that point in time, Ethereum was right around $3,500. So that brings us to a market cap of about $4.5 billion for this NFT project, which means in NatCats, because the supply is smaller, that would bring the market, if we got anywhere close to that $4.5 billion market cap for NatCats, we're looking at a staggering and astonishing, mind-blowing price of over $500,000 per NatCats. Again, I'm not going to go ahead and say that each one of these NatCats is going to get to $500,000 for a bunch of reasons. But I also don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility to see these things get to, say, a quarter of a Bitcoin or a half of a Bitcoin, or at the extreme end where we are looking at NatCats kind of mirroring what we saw with CryptoPunks in the prior cycle. These could get to $500,000 per NatCat, which is absolutely insane. $4.5 billion for an NFT project. It happens. It's rare, but it happens. Pudgy Penguins made it to $137,000 at the peak. Bored Apes made it to $420,000 at their peak. Azuki made it to $100,000 at their peak. So to say that these market caps are not achievable for a blue chip project, I just think that this project is worth taking a look at. Now, if you've never bought a Bitcoin NFT, the process, from a sentiment point of view, a lot of people seem confused on how to buy a Bitcoin NFT, but the process is really easy. You basically just need a Bitcoin wallet that is ordinal compatible. So Magic Eden wallet, Unisat wallet, Xverse wallet are some of the more popular ones. And once you have Bitcoin in one of those wallets, you can buy these NFTs in the exact same way that you would buy a Bored Ape, in the exact same way that you would buy a CryptoPunk. If you've ever used the website OpenSea, you're going to be very familiar with how to purchase one of these things. So those are my thoughts. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. Do you think that Bitcoin is too much of a barrier for us to be able to reach the market caps that we saw on the Ethereum blockchain last cycle with their NFTs? Or do you think that this is a sleeper that's just ready to explode in 2025? I'm very highly convicted on the bullish nature of Bitcoin going into the year 2025. And I think if Bitcoin gets to, you know, 200, 300, 400, maybe even $500,000 for the price of Bitcoin, it just doesn't seem far-fetched to me that NatCats are going to get to, you know, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 of a Bitcoin each, currently sitting at, 0.014. So definitely a project to keep on your radar. Add it to your watch list. I think this one is a sleeper. And that's it for the video. Just wanted to keep it really short and sweet. If you guys aren't already subscribed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, do all the YouTube things. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.